Fashion, fashion, fashion. Daring, color blocking, you name it. Fashion is changing year after year, generation after generation. Some say the old is coming back again. Some said we're setting our own trends. Well, bottom line is we want to look good, whether it's an 80s look or 70s or 2000 look. We just want to look good. But looking good means that you need to take, you need to be mindful of your style, your body type, and your age. What does it mean to dress your age? I've been joined by Suzanne Dodu. She's an image consultant with Royal Dennis, and she's going to explain what it means to dress your age and the term, if you like, grown and sexy. Suzanne,
hi.
Thanks for joining us on the show today. You look stunning, as I would expect.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about our looks. Whether it's male, female, we all want to look good, whether we're going to a party or going to work. But then when you're putting yourself together, you need to consider your age. Let's take people above 40.
Okay.
What are we talking about when it comes to look?
All right. When we say people above 40, that means we're looking at not the very young. They're in the middle, okay? At 40 or above 40, we have the classic. Okay, we have the young executive, and the very stylish. When I say young executive, these are ladies or people that prefer to be in their usual, although classy, but they will have their blazer, their jacket on a dress, the usual corporate kind of wear. Okay, these are the young executive. They're not, their mindset having changed. They're not fed up of their wardrobes. Because sometimes you get to 40 or over 40 and you're like, okay, I'm a little bit tired of my wardrobe. Or I'm a little bit tired of the same things that I keep wearing. Because at the age of 40 or above, your skin starts changing.
Yes.
Your way of thinking change. I mean, a lot of things start changing around you. It looks as if your whole environment is changing around you. Even dressing up sometimes becomes a little bit difficult. But then, there are people that have themselves together. They still are not... They're not in their mindset, they are still young, they are still 16, and when they are dressing up, they still apply that kind of creativity to their dressing up. So it's not about age. Age, when we say, is a number, just that it changes a lot of things in you. You've grown, maybe you have children, a bit busier than when you were 20 or 25. So you apply all those things to your dressing up. Sometimes some people are very dressy. It doesn't change them. The way they are, they stick to it.
Yes.
Extravagant. They like to still look unique or different wherever they are. Some also prefer to probably come, because they're too busy and too busy with other things. They don't really pay attention to their dressing. But then, we're talking about the stylish. So, stylish, you wear your jacket, you have your trousers, you're always looking very smart.
Yes.
There's always things that can make you look smarter than how you used to look.
Right. If you're a very stylish person, it means that even at 40, you want to look your best.
Yes.
Sometimes you want to look like pictures of yourself from way back. Now, let's look at what you can and cannot do at that age.
Okay.
Take a lady and a gentleman as well.
All right. With a lady or over 40, we're talking about 40, right? What I would say probably is maybe things that you cannot do. I wouldn't probably say cannot because we're talking about fashion.
Okay.
You probably wouldn't be doing, at 60, you're probably wearing, you want to go with the trend. What is going on at that young age, at that, all kids or all that age are doing some form of hot pants, some really hanging tops and all that. But at 40 or beyond 40, you wouldn't want to do that.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want to really be that daring because that at that time and at that kind of networks you have, you wouldn't want to go that far. Do you get? You rather want to look very decent. You want to look very stylish. You want to look unique. So you wouldn't do the usual, oh, I don't really care. I want to do my jeans. I want to look different. Hot pants and all that you can do. But then you can still be creative. You can still put together a lot of beautiful things. You can still wear your skinny jeans. Okay. Put on a nice boyfriend jacket. Your nice camisole, a beautiful necklace, and off you go. So it's not really cannot do because of your age. Depending on how young your mind is. You can be 40, 50, you're still thinking young. Just that there's a limit to the things you can do.
Right.
Okay, a gentleman, I mean, you're going to the office, you can't really do your really tattered jeans. You see these children or these 16s, 18s, sometimes they want to be creative. They want to, they want to do really crazy things. But
I think what you're saying is it's some examples of being shared on screen.
You want to look very decent. Yes. That's a very beautiful dress. Yeah.
So that means
You're not
showing
really
too
looking
much
at your
skin
size.
is
It's
complete
not-
no-no
yes,
for
it's
that
no-no.
age group.
Yeah.
Right.
This is probably over 60. I wouldn't say 40. Yeah, this is over
Quite
60.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 40 or 45, 50, I will probably do a really nice, beautiful skin.
What about bold colors? You know, we associate bold colors with the young, the teens, and not the 40s and the 50s.
Not necessarily. Bold colors, depending on how you put together, as I said.
Okay.
I'm wearing a very, it's Wednesday,
Yes.
I'm wearing a red trousers. I put on a black top just to calm it down. So bold colors isn't really, a matter, but how you put it together is what the matter is. You see, I probably planned the way I was dressed yesterday.
Okay.
Because maybe not because I'm coming on TV, but it's the usual way I
Right.
dress. I like bold colors. I'm not 40, but
Okay.
I know over 40s that do really nice colors of clothes. But then they know how to tame it down. You put on a bold colored trousers. Even there now, all these 50s, they wear really nice, bright
I
socks.
know.
You know, you see
I
them
must
wearing
admit,
some
you know,
really nice,
sometimes
beautiful socks,
when you
maybe
see
black,
them,
black, but then you know something to just keep your mind on them. Oh, I
Yeah.
like this guy's socks. I like the way he's.
But you know, sometimes they get it wrong. I think they overdo it, trying to compete with the
Sometimes,
young
yes.
ones, and then they look like something
Clowns.
else.
They look like clowns.
You know, that's why I asked if there is a limit or there's a barrier you
Not
cannot
too
cross.
much. Usually when you do that too much, you go across, you go beyond the barrier. Too much bright colors, yes, you look like a clown. Or you wear a yellow bow tie, yellow socks, a yellow, it's a bit off. You know, you're really not taking the attention.
Right.
Other people are taking their attention off you because they don't really want to see too much of that color.
So you would
But
agree
just a
with
little
me
bit.
that people in that age group are likely, for the men, likely to have a pot belly, or maybe an extra fat hanging somewhere. So how do you dress to kind of like hide
Okay.
these a bit? Because it's not quite nice to wear your shirt with your belly popping out like
Yes.
that.
You know, well, thank God we are in Africa. We have beautiful, now we have very nice linen tops, kaftans. You know, you still wear your material trousers, but you have a really nice hand. I don't know if it's, a lot of people do. I mean, I'm talking about classy. I'm talking about people that middle, not the you know, but they usually go for custom made clothes, you know. So if you think your belly is way bigger than how it used to be at the age of 25, you can change your wardrobe. Why not make some really nice, I mean, very nice linen tops in shades of colors that can fit a lot of occasions. It can fit work, it can fit, I mean, if you want to go to a party, you can still wear it white, something nice. You know, kaftans are cut straight.
Exactly.
Not fitted. You're not wearing a jacket, you're not wearing a really skinny top. It's a loose kind of top that your belly is not showing.
Okay.
But then you're still looking very classy, you're looking executive. I think I would recommend that. Not a fitted shirt at the age of 50, you can't even breathe.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you want to feel free, you want to, now there are some very fit 50-year-old guys, I can
Yes.
tell you, very fit. They go to the
That's
gym,
quite true.
they keep their belly very flat, six-pack.
Now, you know, your look is not complete without the hair. So let's talk about the hair for the women and the men as well.
All right. At the age of that, I mean, at that time, as I said, there are a lot of changes. Some women, their hair will drop, start, you know, some get lighter than the usual. How thicker your hair used to be, it will probably not be like that.
Yeah.
And all those things are sometimes a worry. Yes, I mean, it's the boosting up of yourself, how you want to look. Because there are a lot of shampoos that makes your hair look luminous. It makes it look thicker. Okay, it's not too much. You don't wear too much of weave-ons because it doesn't actually allow your face to look fresh. It doesn't allow you to look. You know, I'm not talking about you. I don't know how long you've worn it, but some people wear it and it goes beyond the time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it start having effect. It brings acne to your face and all that. So it has to be limited.
Yes.
You see, you're doing your hair. You can have a beautiful bulb, not too big. All right, not too much of a very huge hair on your face. It makes you look probably too old at that age. Something small, something lighter, not too heavy on your hair. The guys probably are going bald around that time. Shave it off. Have a bald head. Have a skin head. I mean, it's nice, it's attractive. I mean, it's the way you put your things together. Because sometimes you probably have your hair, all the middle is gone, and it's not that attractive. Why don't you shave it all off or have a really nice, stylish haircut? You know,
Right.
maybe at that age you can, you know, do something unique for me, like you know, do something different.
I think I see who you're pointing at.
Yes.
Our sound guy.
So, I mean, for the guys, they don't have much of a problem than the ladies.
Yeah.
Get at that stage, your hair is lighter. You're thinking, oh my God, some parts are all dropping. What do I do? Do you get it?
Do you think it's more
Something
challenging
lighter.
for women in that age group who have teen kids, you know, because
Yes.
then if you have younger ones, you see a reflection of yourself
Yes,
in them when
of
you're
course.
much younger,
Of
and
course.
you almost want to compete with them and kind of look like them.
Yeah.
And so for parents, for mothers who have teen kids, how do you position yourself so that you don't start tagging, oh mom, you're getting too old, you know? That can be depressing
Of
for
course,
women.
it's much depressing for women, not for men. Men, I mean, is a lifestyle. They only just need to change the way they dress, maybe have a bit of a loose top. But for women, it is because there's quite a lot of you know, physical changes. Your thinking and all that. As you said, you have kids. Around that time, your kids have gotten to a certain age. You've been very busy. If you don't take care, you would relax. You would probably not do a lot. So
Yeah.
I mean, you still need to keep your mind young. You have to keep yourself natural, you know. Just don't, I mean, your kids at that age, they need to look nice. They are at a certain age that it's like a competition for them between
Yes.
their friends. You as a mother, you are not looking old. No, you don't go looking old. You still stay the way you are, but look nicer. Do you get it? Look sleeker. I mean, add a little bit of touch, a little bit of spice to the way you used to dress.
Okay.
Makeup, not too much.
Not
as I
too
said,
much.
things shouldn't be done over.
Okay.
Lighter is best. I mean, always look your best.
Let's look at getting, you know, yourself together, getting your clothing and stuff together. You know, in other parts of the world, it's easier because you can walk into shops that is, you know, mainly for that purpose. But it's not the same here. But we have African print, and we're getting daring by the day with it.
right,
So
yeah.
is it better to find somebody who can make a dress to fit your age and your body shape, you know, at above 40, or just rather explore to find where you can buy items that would fit your body?
Okay. You've stated two kinds of people.
Yeah.
Two kind of people. The people that probably would like their clothes made for them,
Yeah.
and the ones that prefer to pick up off the rack. There are certain people who don't have patience to wait for clothes to be made for them. They prefer to pick off the rack and just wear.
Yeah.
But then with African prints, if you want to be daring with African prints at that age, to be on the safer side, just choose ethnic colors. You don't want to go too bold.
Okay.
You don't want to get it wrong. If you have ethnic colors, you have a tailor. I mean, I'm with Royal Dennis. My clothes are made by Royal Dennis. Depending on the occasion I'm going to, if I really want to wear prints, I go right, not too bold. If it's a jacket and I want to do bold, the rest of the stuff I'm wearing inside is a darker shades of colors. So the bold jackets, they complement each other.
Okay.
You don't get it wrong. Do you get it? So if it's a dress, yes, why not? You have to make it to fit yourself, not too loose, because at that age you want to feel free, but then
Exactly.
your clothes have to fit very well. So you go to the right tailor, you go to the right person that will make it to fit well. It's holding your bust, your stomach, although maybe around that time because of the babies, but you have to be
Yes.
conscious of yourself. You go to the gym, don't just leave yourself to just bloat and sit down at one place and feel big. You know, sometimes your size too. I mean, at the age of 25, 30, you are probably a size 12. By the time you got to 40, 45, you're probably a 16 or 18. That is a big challenge. Getting close to where becomes a challenge as well. So, I mean, as you're growing, you put yourself in a certain kind of regime. You go to the gym, you're losing weight a little bit. You want to keep fit. You probably
Right.
wouldn't be size 12. But then between size 12 and size 14 is okay, not too much. So you can always wear the stuff you used to wear
Right.
or change.
Susan, so say I come to you as a consultant and I'm above 40 and I want to look my age, but I still want to look a bit younger than my age and
Okay.
sexy at the same time. What would be your first advice to me, and what would you work on first?
Okay. As I keep talking about skin,
Uh-huh.
hair,
Yeah.
at that age, probably your teeth is going a bit yellowish.
Okay.
You get your teeth whitened.
Okay.
Okay. You want to look young. The things that makes us look young is probably the way we look. Our teeth are always white at a certain age.
Okay.
Okay. At the age of 45, 50, if you really look at yourself, your skin is getting a little bit swaggy. There are wrinkles around. You use creams that will give you, you know, it stretches the face, not cream that makes your face too oily.
Right.
All right. There's quite a lot of creams out there. Our shea butter is being used for quite a lot of stuff. You can patronize it. You try it. All right. Your skin has to look really nice.
Okay.
It's not the clothes that will make your skin look nice. It's your inner self. How are you thinking of yourself inside you? All right. So you look at the person's state of mind, because some state of mind can bring you down depending
Okay.
on your experience. before the clothes is actually the last thing we talk about, because as you educate the person about the skin, the hair, the way they think in terms of their age, some people just get depressed at that age because of there's so many things that's going around them.
Yeah.
Yes, so you look at all of that, their state of mind first, the way they think. You recommend, I mean, it's their skin, their hair. Do you get it? Maybe that age they used to wear very big hair. Right now, tune their mind that now you are at this age. Why don't you reduce the size of your hair? Get it a little bit smaller. Your makeup becomes a bit lighter than the usual.
Okay.
Then now your clothes, the selection of clothes. How are you looking now? Your size is probably changed. Okay, let's look at your body size now. What kind of things can fit your size and also make you look very attractive out there, to tell you that you haven't actually depreciated or changed. I mean, you're still the same. People say, oh, you look beautiful. The same, your teeth, your eye, you use eye drops that will make your eyes look brighter than usual, because at that age you look tired, you look wrinkly. So it's the things that you use for yourself. At the same time, you complement yourself with clothes, fitted clothes, not loose, every time you're wearing all baggy trousers and because you want to look, you want to feel okay. No, it's not about how you feel. It's about how you look and how people see you out there. So you don't change. But then, upgrade, upgrade yourself. Put in some style. I think that's the best.
Thank you so much. It's been really, really helpful. I'm sure there are some, executives out there or regular above 40s who have taken a tip or two from you.
Yeah,
thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne is an image consultant with Royal Dentist. You're still on New Day on TV3 First News, Business and Entertainment. My name is Miriam.